Greetings, conscious entrepreneurs, and welcome to the hottest series on Instagram. That's the MOETODAY Series on Black Muslim businesses. You don't want to miss our show today. We're going to be talking to Sister Shima Muhammad and talking about her new company. Well, I don't know if it's a new company, but we're going to find out. Before we do that, wa alaikum salam, Brother Jamil. Let me show y'all a few books that I am doing some studying on. I'm studying this book called Impeccable that was written by Annie Milan Mali. She was one of the secretaries of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Brother Jamil, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. The subtitle of the book Impeccable is Remembering Sister Clara Muhammad. Okay. Then we got this other book that I'm also reading because we're working on building our display on Mother Clara Muhammad. So I'm just really studying her. Thank you, Brother Jamil. This one is called Mother of the Nation, Clara Evans Muhammad by Dr. Zakiya Muhammad. That's that one. And then look what I got in the mail. You know, last week we talked to Sister Miriam Muhammad, and I got my books, ABC I Love Me. And so I got 5 sets of the coloring book and the actual book itself and the companion coloring book. And I'm going to be sending these off to my babies, my nephews and friends and family. So I'm going to send those off and hopefully they'll continue to order. So anyway, as we're waiting for our sister to come on with Shikey Cosmetics, Sister Shima Muhammad, I'm so excited to talk to her today. I wanted to remind you guys, greetings, Monique Shifty, Amens, Hift Your Life joined. Brother Jamil said he needs a Shikey sugar scrub for his ashy ankles. Ew. Sister Shima, get Brother Jamil his scrub, please. Cannabody Wellness joined. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We're going to get that from Sister Shima. I'm all about the body scrubs, and I'm all about the cosmetics, and I was looking through some boxes the other day and I was like, where'd this come from? And ooh, I remember this cream. So I love that stuff. Today I'm actually drinking decaf coffee. I didn't drink my tea today. I wanted to remind you all, go to sajdahhouse.com. Let me put that in the chat while we're waiting on our sister. Sajdahhouse.com. If you have not gotten your commemorative Elijah coin, make sure that you go and check this out and get this coin while supplies last. And we're offering a discount, which is HEM 4847. That's for the commemorative Elijah coin. So we're going to just pin that there so you all can see that. But get your coins. They're collector's items. We've got some really amazing things. Look at Grow Flow 19 joining us. She was also one of our guests. Look, I'm telling y'all, this is the hottest series on Instagram Live. It's the MOETODAY, which stands for Mind of an Entrepreneur Today. There she is, Shikey Cosmetics. We're going to give it a few minutes, sis, for a few people to join this hot new series I was just talking about. And then I'll bring you on in a few minutes. We get a few more people in here. This is the hottest series on Instagram Live. It's the MOETODAY, which stands for Mind of an Entrepreneur Today. Okay, series on Black Muslim businesses. Did you hear me? The MOETODAY series on Black Muslim businesses. We're highlighting. We want you to know we have some amazing entrepreneurs in our community. People are doing great things. We want to encourage you and build the custom creations for you joined. Welcome. We want to bring you on board and get you to understand the power of supporting one another. Yes, we're buying black, but I want you to buy Black Muslim first. Because we got some talents and some gifts. We're like the hidden gems in the community that y'all don't know nothing about. Some of you all, look at the Financial Architect 555 just joined us. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Aletha. Shane Missler 099 joined. Thank you so much for joining and supporting the MOETODAY Black Muslim Business Series. Get your commemorative Elijah coin. We're going to bring our sister on in a couple of minutes. We're going to be talking about Shikey Cosmetics. Sister Shima, Brother Jamil just said he got ashy ankles and he needs a body scrub. That's ASAP, because that's a problem. Good to see you too, Sister Aletha. Welcome, welcome to everyone. I just did my book plugs. If you don't have those books, make sure you go out and get them. And we're going to go ahead and bring our sister in. Do you know how many people are starting to call me? Let me tell y'all something real quick about this directory and this series on Black Muslim businesses. First of all, nobody's ever done this before. So we're making history. Second of all, I've had so many people want to buy the directory from me. I won't say so many, couple handfuls of people. Okay, that's a lot to me. They want to buy the directory from me. They want to know more about us as Black Muslims in business. And I'm saying to us that to you all, that we are the hidden gem in our community. The bronzed, gold, and beautiful joined us. All right, bronzed, gold, and beautiful. There we go. Assalamu alaikum, sis. Welcome, welcome. We're the hidden gems of the world. And it's our turn. It's our turn. And getting with us and learning how to do business with us will serve as a way for you to have a new standard of doing business. That is, as opposed to you having to cherry pick up out of the predatory capitalist way of doing business. Amira Hashima, assalamu alaikum, welcome. Let me bring my sister on here so we don't waste any time. There she is. All right. Wa alaikum salam. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. So much value in our Black Muslim businesses. There she is. Assalamu alaikum, Shikey.
Wa alaikum salam.
Shikey Cosmetics. You look like a you know the Shikey. I want to know about that name. But anyway, let me just tell y'all. We are talking today with Sister Shima Muhammad, who has creating a groundbreaking product. We got a lot of people chiming in to talk to you today, sis. And first thing I want to tell you, and Brother Jamil is going to be mad because he's going to be known for his ashy ankles, because he just requested a scrub to do something about his ashy ankles. Assalamu alaikum, sis. How are you?
Ma'am, I'm good in yourself. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, beautiful. Listen, tell us about Shikey. First, tell me about that name, because you know what? When I was thinking about the name, I said, that's like a good new slang name. Like, you know, I'm gonna get my skin all Shikey. Right? Get myself all Shikeyed up here.
Right.
But anyway, tell us about the name.
Well, my first name is Shima, obviously, and my middle name. And my father, when I was younger, put the she from Shima and the key from Hakima together, so that just became my nickname. He would call me Shikey. And so when my business used to be called something else, and when I rebranded in 2019, I was looking for a name, and I was just, you know, looking at the thesaurus and looking through all these different, you know, wordings, and I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that. But then when I thought long term about like trademarking and copywriting and things like that, I knew that if I picked something that was very simple, it probably would already be taken, domain names and things like that. So I wanted to pick something that meant something to me that may not be self-explanatory to everyone else. And so it was actually spelled S-H-I-K-I, because my Hakeem is H-A-K-I-M-A-H, but I did the key. I don't know. I guess I thought it would be catchy to spell it K-E-Y and then have the key in the logo, because I designed my own logo.
You know what? That's the thing. A lot of people, see, when you go to business school, they teach you that the name has to match what you do. And that is so old school. It's an old business trade model that doesn't work anymore. I mean, look at Google, look at Lululemon, look at all these places that have names that you don't know what they do unless you know, but you then become, like you say, Google it. Or if you're going to copy something, you say Xerox it, right? So let's Shikey our skin.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being authentic. Let's Shikey it.
And I thought about, like, you know, we learned how to say Tresemme. We learned how to say Garnier Fructis. We learned how to say Aveeno. We don't know these words or what they mean, you know, but we learned how to say them and we use the products. So I figured, you know, why can't we learn Shikey? Why can't Shikey be a household name when it comes to hair and skincare? Yes, ma'am.
I agree 100%. And I'm already at the point where I think it needs to be a verb.
Okay.
It's a verb. Shikey your skin.
You got Shikey.
That's what I'm saying. You got Shikey, girl. I could tell by your face you got
Yes,
Shikey.
ma'am.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how we're gonna introduce all this stuff. See, because you solving a problem. I always say that conscious entrepreneurs, we identify a problem and we introduce goods and services that solve a problem.
Right.
And that's in essence what you've done. You are solving a problem. So talk to me about the problem you identified and how you came about developing a product that addressed that problem.
So actually, I know most people probably think the problem would be, oh, we have, our hair doesn't grow, or, oh, we have issues with our skin. But the problem to me actually is chemical warfare. We are we're being murdered, and I'm going to use the term murdered, by that we're using every day, in addition to the food that we're consuming every day. And, so that, I guess I consider myself a little warrior in the fight against
a little warrior.
the fight against killing our people. Johnson and Johnson, we just found out, the talcum powder and the baby powder. We've been using that baby powder for forever and a day, and now we have all these cancers and don't know where they're coming from. They also just had a shampoo that is very popular, get recalled. Well, they said that it's actually promoting hair loss when it's supposed to be promoting hair health. The OGX shampoo, for those of you who don't know. There's also the Aveeno and something else. Neutrogena products just got recalled.
Neutrogena. What?
The causing ingredients. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so it's like, what are you guys doing? Because we've been trusting you for years and years with our babies, the baby shampoo and things like that. We've been trusting you with everything, and you're killing us. So that's just, one of the companies that the whistle got blown on. That's not to mention all these other companies that we have not even found out about yet that also have cancer-causing ingredients that are aiding in our annihilation, really. So
it's all predatory capitalism. That's all it is. It's just, and I talk about that. This is my mantra with my movement, is that we have to find a way to do business that does not align us with the predatory capitalists that are there. And all of that is all about trying to find a product or service where it can be cheap enough. That's part of the domination, and we can maximize profits. So the bottom line is the only stakeholder in those types of businesses. So if I got to introduce a chemical that causes cancer, okay, so be it, Johnson and Johnson. We're going to just introduce this and all these other ones you name. But you're talking about being conscious as an entrepreneur and saying, I'm going to introduce something to my community and into the world, because it's not just for your community, right. It's for the world, that is not based on that predatory business principle. Right. It also has the consumer as a stakeholder. Yeah. Tell me more about Shikey Cosmetics. You said you solved it. You were looking at the problem being the chemical warfare that's happening, and you being the warrior that you are. You said, you know what, as a businesswoman, I'm going to do something about it in this space.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I developed a line of hair care products. I started off with hair care products. I developed one thing, which was a pre-shampoo conditioner. I no longer have that. And then people loved it. Like, really what happened was I was just kind of like looking for things to solve my own hair issues. And a friend of mine, I was living in Los Angeles, California at the time. That's where I'm from. And a friend of mine had turned me on to so I went to their website and I saw them using like honey, avocado, cinnamon, things like that in their hair treatments. And it was like $60. And I was like, that's it? You're not going to do my hair? Like, you just going to put this stuff in my hair and wash it out and I got to pay $60? And I was like, I could do that myself. So I started to research, why did they use honey? Why avocado? Why egg? You know, and what those things did. And then I just kind of went down this rabbit hole of ingredients and what they did. And based off of the benefits that were given by the ingredients, I concocted my own little recipe. I tried it out. If your hair fell out, you was going to be okay. If my hair fell out, we wasn't going to be okay. So I didn't know at the time he actually was using the texturizer in his hair because he really didn't like the texture of his hair. And so once he used it and he liked it and he thought it was yielding some of the same results, the moisture, he stopped using the texturizer and started using my product. And then he said to me one day, "You should bottle this and sell it." And it was like, boom, light bulb. Yes. Bottles. Yes. I started printing my little labels off my own little computer. They used to look real.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's all right.
I started selling at Muhammad's Mosque number 27, and people started buying from me. And then, "Oh, do you got a shampoo? Do you have this? Do you have that?" And I was like, "No," you know. And so I started to research, and I developed more and more and more products. So
that's beautiful, sis. Shout out to our friend and brother, Minister Abdul Malik. Yes, at Mosque number 27. Good brother. I've known Brother Malik for many, many years. Oh. Amazing brother. So I'm grateful to see what he's doing over there. It's just always exciting. But okay, so you got the product, you start packaging it, and I like to emphasize the fact that you started small. You didn't wait till it got perfect. You said, "I'm gonna get some bottles, I'm gonna print the labels." It probably was running over and messing up and all that, but you still did it. That's how you got your product out there. And that's one of the biggest impediments for entrepreneurship is people are always so afraid of somebody seeing them fail or not being perfect. Somewhere we got in our mind that we have to be so perfect. But look at how you started. Then you grew into what other products?
So then I expanded into skincare. I always got my skin. And so I developed a face wash, and then based off of the response I got from that, then I went to a serum. I now have a scrub, and I also just started white jade face roller. So I'm into also skincare accessories now that are beneficial. But I'm very about the things that I choose to offer my customers. I don't just sell you anything. A lot of research has been done. And even like white jade, for those that are into crystals and things like that. White jade is said to bring luck, abundance, happiness, you know, so I'm very with the things that I could have just did the regular jade. I could have just did amethyst. I could have quartz, anything, you know, the regular things that you see on the market. But I wanted something that was exclusive to Shikey and that, like I said, had some type of purpose and meaning behind it. Actually, I have on pre-order my lavender skincare line. So it was peppermint for the longest, but now we just added a whole nother line. So you get the same great products, but you get peppermint essential oil in them as opposed to lavender essential oil as opposed to the peppermint essential oil. Lavender actually will help to promote thickness. So the scent is changing the chemical composition of the product to create a different outcome. So chemistry in there as well.
No, I'm so impressed. I'm just sitting here admiring you, just being grateful for you because you are the embodiment of what I love to see as a business person and as a business developer. And I've been in business long enough, and I've been studying business since I was a child, very, very young, to the point where I've developed somewhat what I call a business professional intuition. And so I'm very intuitive when it comes to business. And so I can tell that you put a lot of detail, focus into what you do. You are what we should all be getting behind. And so what I want to understand also is what did you do before this? Because one of the other impediments that people have is they say, well, I'm not in business and I've never done this before, but I don't know that really matters. So talk about what you did before you started doing this and how you feel like your background contributed to the success that you're having today with Shikey Cosmetics what is it called? Shikey?
Yeah, Shikey Cosmetics.
Products?
Cosmetics.
Shikey Cosmetics. Okay. I don't know why. I felt like it should be more than that, but okay.
Yes.
It's more than Shikey Cosmetics. This is huge.
Yeah. I've thought about removing the cosmetics actually from the name, period, so that it'll be for multiple other things. So
I'm feeling Shikey.
yeah, Shikey. That's exactly what I'm doing. I actually was discussing a couple days ago. It's Shikey because the products work and children, and brought to my attention that the word cosmetics will deter men from thinking that it's for them. And
That's what I was thinking.
so I've considered moving forward in very near days to come to remove the cosmetics from it. But good question. I actually was groomed to be an actress from a very young age.
Okay.
Actress,
Okay.
you know, I lived in LA, and so I was in all types of performing arts schools, and this dance class, and this acting class, and this voice class. People that are celebrities now that weren't maybe celebrities, you know, at the time.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that I had a bunch of different jobs, you know, random stuff. Jamba Juice over here. I worked at, you know, Robinson's May, for those who remember Robinson's May. I worked at a bunch of different random places, but I was groomed to act. And around the time 24 years old, I quit. And I quit because I started to see the way that the industry was taking young Black women. I knew that to be successful in that field, I would have to compromise my Islam. And I want to be put in that position. So I just quit one day. I just said I didn't want to do it. I just stopped going to auditions. I, you know, kind of put my headshots to the side. And I just decided not to do it. I saw, you know, everything was going to be about really what they were doing. They was it was, I don't want to say the beginning, but at least my beginning realization of the over sexualization of the Black, especially the young Black female. You know, the roles that were being offered. I have to take my clothes off. I have to do a scene with a man or a woman, you know, and I'll just do commercials. Commercials probably won't put me, you know, in a compromised position. I was like, until you get that McDonald's commercial, talk about some, I'm loving it, after the minister just talked about the pink slime, you know, so. Then, you know, so I just didn't see how it would work. I just didn't see how it would work anymore. That kind of put me at a loss. That kind of set me back. People know from childhood what they want to do and what they want to be, and they just go forward with that for the rest of their lives. And I got at 24 years.
How did that impact you emotionally and mentally? Because I see a lot of people who are so afraid of that change, and I think I know your answer, but I want to know, how did that impact you emotionally and mentally, and how did your faith get you through that transition or that pivot?
I felt lost. I felt like I didn't have any direction, and I had so much direction my whole life. You know, everything was pointed for that, and so for that to been a sacrifice that I gave up. It was a blessing, because it gave me the opportunity to redefine who I was and redefine what I wanted to do. But it was quite scary, you know, not knowing anymore. And I leaned towards, but I still loved acting. I still love theater. So I'm thankful to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for bringing in the 9 ministries, because I still had an outlet for that creativity in the 9 Ministry of Arts and Culture. So I wrote screenplays. I started trying to develop things for us that was important. So I wrote a screenplay. We never finished it. Again, I was young. So we recorded a lot.
Well, but I get it though. You got afraid. You felt lost. You went to your creativity as the answer or the medicine for what you were feeling. And I think that's an important concept for people to get. You didn't lash out. You just said, I'm going to go to my creativity. And let me tell you, acting, I tell a lot of business people to take acting classes. You should take acting classes. You should take improv. I spent a lot of time growing up in music,
Oh.
in theater, in speaking. And even though I went to school for business and engineering, my whole background in life was music. So it just teaches you how to put things together. Even my analogies, when I would train staff, I'd say, look, you guys have to work together like a song. Let's make that song sound good. And so acting and improv is perfect for business people because you got to know how to pivot and know how to go into your character, which is not a fake character, but the character that you develop, the one that represents who you are. You got to know how to go there at the drop of a dime. And so I think your background personally is perfect for what you're doing right now.
All praise is due to Allah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Also, public speaking, things like that. It teaches you, I guess, the confidence. A lot of people, like you said, it's a fear. I don't know how to sell stuff. I don't know how to sell stuff. When I tell you I don't sell stuff, like every sales job I had, I was always the one on the team that didn't hit the quarter, that didn't meet whatever goal we were supposed to meet. It was like I was always hanging on by a thread, with
But look at
sales.
what you're doing now. You're selling by sharing.
And
You just sold me, because as soon as we get off of here, I'm getting Shikey my skin. I'm going to the website and I'm gonna order up a bunch of stuff so I can Shikey my skin and hopefully be able to make that a staple in my, not cosmetics, but in my skincare, because skin is an organ.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Our biggest organ. Yes.
It's important. It's our biggest organ, and we have to take care of our skin. So people who say, I'm not into that or I don't like that, let me tell you something. Skincare is critical. And you don't want to be sitting in front of people when you're selling and doing your business and not have, things together. For me, growing up, I had eczema. I used to get eczema on my neck and in my arm. And even now I have a lot of allergies. So the minute I eat something or touch something that ain't right, boom, I'll see patches. But if I have the right skincare, it always helps me to overcome, those breakouts or those skin challenges.
Right. And diet is important as well. So it's what we put in our body and what we put on our body. So if you page, I also share information about what you can eat to help your hair grow, what you can eat to help your skin.
I love that.
So my whole thing is not just selling products, but also education. Because even if you don't buy anything from me, I still want you to learn. I still want the best for you. So.
Sis, you are an amazing conscious entrepreneur. Everything you're saying, you're hitting all the points. You care about your customer. The bottom line is not the only thing that you're focused on. Of course, making money is important, and we make no qualms about making money and having a lot of it, because it gives us choices. It allows us to live and do the things that we want to do, and it doesn't pigeonhole us into one or two things. So money and having a lot of it, we're not afraid of that, and we welcome that into our lives, because in order to be conscious entrepreneurs, we have to have a lot of money, because we might not be able to get a loan. Because when we go to the bank, they may want us to add some of those harmful chemicals into our products, and we're like, no, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And so you're educating people. Can you I want you to give the website so that we don't get to, we're going to be talking another 20 minutes, but I want to keep giving your website. And then I want to talk about any products you really want to highlight. I'm going to give you a couple skincare scenarios, because there's people on here and I want people to see how they can use your products and Shikey their skin.
Yes, ma'am. So the website is www.shikeykosmetics.com. That's SHIKEY, the word cosmetics with the S at the end, .com. The link is also in my bio on my Instagram page. So you can go there, you can follow. I'm posting on a regular basis now. That was a very difficult thing. I actually just had a baby 6 months ago.
Oh, congratulations. Allahu Akbar. What'd you have?
I had a boy. It's my first child. So managing being a wife, managing being a mother for the first time, and managing the business, it's definitely been definitely been a challenge.
It's a new world, right? It's a new world, and you got
completely.
this.
I'm just happy the baby's asleep right now, because if he wasn't, y'all would, so. But I'm very thankful for the opportunity to be a mother. And I think after I had him, I became way more motivated than I was before. I think it's like, I don't want to say he's my why, because I actually learned from Brother Jake Taylor Jacobs and Brother Ben X. A lot. Jake Taylor Jacobs one time spoke on your why and how you would tell a person, oh, my why is my children. My why is I got to do it for my mama. I got to get my mama a house, or, you know, things like that. When those people disappoint you or when they pass away, what is your why then? And then you'll find yourself at loss. You find yourself stuck. But when you attach your why to a people or a purpose, then you will constantly be motivated. You will constantly have a reason. And so, with that being said,
yeah, I agree with my brother Jake Taylor Jacobs.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So that made me think, like, my son is not my why, but people are my why. What's happening to our people? Not, like you said, it's not just, it's a universal thing. We're all dying. The earth is being cold. You know, we thought the earth being cold would look like a way, but it's being cold slowly, you know, so the ministers never lie about what is being done. So I'm just counteract the attack, basically. Yeah, I guess I look at it like it's,
give me a couple examples of some of the chemicals that are in these other products that we could be using that are causing cancer. Because if you think about people who put powder on their children their entire lives, the next thing you know, we're hearing about this cancer. It started out saying it was cervical cancer. Now we find out there's asbestos in the talcum. We find out that there's other kind of poisons in the talcum. But let's talk about, because I really want people to understand this. This is a promotion for Shikey Cosmetics, but it's more than that, because she's fulfilling a bigger purpose than that. And so I want you to understand that you really should go and clean your cabinets out and get rid of all the other stuff and Shikey your cabinets is what you really need to do. And that's not even just a sales pitch, even though it is. It's a shameless plug, because of the fact that we have to make sure that we are being more natural, putting more. Everybody's talking about farm to table. And so now we're farming. Well, what are we doing? What kind of clothes are we wearing? What are the materials that we're wearing made out of? How is it dyed? I start paying attention to that thing. Where's this come from? What are we putting in our hair? What's going on our skin? What kind of car are we driving? What are we contributing to saving the planet and ultimately saving ourselves? So I want you all to listen to our sister Shima talk about some of these chemicals and products that are in the products that we use every single day.
Yes, ma'am. So there's sulfates, there's different types of alcohols. Alcohol definitely out whatever it is that you're putting it on. There is, like you said, the different powders. A lot of it's clogging our pores. So, you know, our organ. And so we excrete through our skin. Our sweat comes out. That's release of toxins. But when you clog areas and the toxins are not being released, they're floating around in your body and they're causing disease. They're also weight. And weight is really, in my opinion, a bunch of waste. Weight is waste. And the more waste you have in your body, the more poisonous your body becomes. It starts to work against you. So, no, that's why the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us to fast for 3 days once a month. Because even if you only eat fruits and vegetables, even if you use the best products, everything still has a little bit of poison in it that over time will build up and make you sick. But by fasting, find the time to eliminate those things so that you can kind of reset and also, you know, we're taught to eat 1 meal a day. That also gives your body time to process what has been placed in it and distribute the vitamins and minerals where they need to go, and to distribute the waste where it needs to go, which is out. But when you're constantly overworking, You're constantly burning the
That's
coals.
right.
Time to do that.
That's right.
And because I can't fast right now because I'm nursing, but there is still that I can do, that I can eliminate from my diet so that I be at optimum health. Like you said, asbestos. I didn't know about the asbestos. That's terrible.
Yeah, I just read that when I was researching to interview you. I read that there was some asbestos in there. And what you're saying is that if we treat this temple of ours properly, it will naturally eliminate any chemicals and waste that are either produced inside of us or that come to us. But sometimes we overtax the body. We eat too much, so it's constantly digesting. We drink too much. We do too much of the wrong things, and it's taxing our body, and our organs are not able to cleanse and do the things that they need to do. And what we have to consider, because a lot of us are health conscious, but we don't think about our skin. And so our skin is the biggest organ, and it is a natural band-aid against infection and all kinds of other things. But when we damage that natural band-aid and we don't treat it properly, then what happens is, like you said, the toxins that are supposed to be eliminated from us, which many of us don't eliminate toxins because we don't sweat, because we don't work out, we don't get our heart rate up, that's all in our lessons, right? About how far we can walk, what we need to do. When we don't make sure that we are taking care of even our skin. See, I treat the skin all over my body as gently and carefully as I do my face. I don't slap Vaseline on my legs and then use expensive skincare products on my face. So I make sure from head to toe that I am caring for the skin on my body, because we're all blessed, black don't crack, but you got to take care of that skin, right? You got to take care of it. We all got good genes and good genetics. I saw my mom on here. I got good genes in my family, but I got to take care of what Allah has given me. And so I'm grateful for you and your products and all the things that you're doing and introducing these products into our community, because this has to become a lifestyle, the Shikey lifestyle, right?
Right.
So that when our children, like your little baby, he already knows how to take care of his skin. He don't have to ask a question. It's like going to the dentist. You're either taught that going to the dentist is a lifestyle, or it's not. Let's make skincare and taking care of your body a lifestyle through Shikey Cosmetics.
Absolutely.
That's what I say.
Absolutely. And the two great things about the products are a lot of them are multi-use. For instance, oil can also be used on your body. You don't just have to reserve it for just your hair. You can use it on your face. You can use it on your skin. Also, the products are safe enough to be used on infants. My son suffered from a very bad case of cradle cap, like I had never seen before. I thought cradle cap was like some little dandruff stuff. You just kind of scratch it out. His was so disgusting. And it was like a whole nother layer of skin on top. Very bad. It wasn't flaking up. It was like a scab. And I recommend herbal healing shampoo to remedy that. After about maybe 3 or 4 washes, the cradle cap was gone. And he started using it. He was a month and a half old. So that was a brand new baby. And it was soft, safe enough for that. He also had baby acne. And I know a lot of women say, okay, well, you can use breast milk to get rid of baby acne. Some of us don't have the to be wasting on skin, the baby skin, and just to be honest, some of them don't produce enough, especially my generation. I'm talking to a lot of sisters. A lot of sisters are having issues with producing milk, and I don't know what that's about, but that's also into why is my generation having such an issue with producing milk and having to turn to formula or other things to our babies. They all,
wow. I didn't know that.
I've talked because I was reaching out like I don't what's going on? What do I eat this? Do I drink that? What do I do? I've been able to continue to produce for my son because that's the best, to give to myself. But I was able to use the face wash and the serum for him to get rid of the baby acne. And I'm so thankful to Allah, you know, and I was trying other stuff because I'm a first time mom. So I'm like, oh, well, get this because that's what people say to get. Buy this because that's what people say to buy.
And here you had the solution that you had already created. Allah had already given it to you before your baby was even born.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Look
exactly.
at that.
So I'm so thankful to Allah.
Tell us about that serum. Talk about that serum, because a lot of people, especially a lot of times when you fast, you may have certain breakouts. I did a little fast recently and I was like, oh, shoot, you know, but I realized that was the toxins releasing.
Right.
And so then I have to then do my skincare to then begin to shed that old skin. So talk a little about your serums that are great for breakouts.
Right. So the serum has a grapeseed oil base. Grapeseed oil is very rich with vitamin E. And so and grapeseed oil also mimics sebum production. So our skin already a certain amount of oil, which is referred to as our skin and our scalp, referred to as sebum. And the grapeseed oil kind of mimics that. So it helps to balance.
Okay.
If you have dry
Okay.
skin, oil will provide enough moisture. If you have oily skin, then the grapeseed oil will balance the oil so that you won't be greasy. It also has chamomile in it. So the chamomile helps to calm irritated. So if you suffer from eczema, have an inflammation, the chamomile will help with that. It has hibiscus, which is very moisturizing. Some people call it. And then it also has orange zest. The orange zest, vitamin C, actually helps to lighten and lift dark pigmentation. A lot of us suffer from dark marks on our face or under our arms or on our knees. Vitamin C is very good, or citrus in general is very, very good for removing darkness from our skin. And so moisturizes, it calms irritated skin, it helps to relieve you of hyperpigmentation. And so that's the serum, and it's very, very potent. So you don't need a lot.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, that's beautiful. And then let's talk about your ingredients, because I was talking to somebody the other day and we were talking about buying organic products. And they said, well, there may be products that are grown organically, but they may not be shipped organically, because in the shipping process, they may spray them to elongate the life of that shipment. So do you make an effort to purchase, you know, organic and safe products that go into your cosmetics as well?
Absolutely. I actually have never heard that before. So that's some new information to me that they're organically shipping. So I make everything myself. A lot of people do what's called like a white label or a private label, meaning they might go to and just find something that says it's organic skincare this or natural, blah, 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 blah. They'll just purchase that and slap their label on it. And, you know, now I have this skincare.
That's right.
I actually sit there and take the time to make everything myself from scratch. So I'm measuring the oils, I'm blending them. The serum, for instance, that we just talked about, it goes through I want to say like a slow roasting process where I actually have to use the actual dry chamomile, the orange, hibiscus. I have to put them in a container, cover them with oil, and then kind of leave it to, I want to say cook for like hours so that the oil absorb the nutrients from the herbs and the flowers. I actually brew a tea from the hibiscus, the basil, and the I always forget I don't know why I've been doing this for years. Whenever I talk about the shampoo, I always forget the third, the hibiscus.
That's all right. We're gonna get it. We're gonna find out, because I want to make that point. I want to stop there on that point, because I think that's very important, sis. A lot of people, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and like you said, they white label. They go to Alibaba, they go to some of these other sites, and they look at the description, and then they get it and then they slap their label on it. Again, you don't know what you're
Right.
getting. This sister is actually making these products herself. She's making sure that the combinations of the products are good for you and good for your body. She is taking full and complete responsibility for what she introduces into her community. And I want to say that is commendable, and we should make sure that we support her. So I want everybody to go to ShikeyCosmetics.com, Shikey, right? Cosmetics.com. Shikey, your skin. Are there any specials going on that people should be aware of before they go out and order? Or everything is special?
Everything is special right now. But in addition to the hair products and skincare products that I make, I've also added some accessories. I have bonnets, I have do-rags. They're made from very fine quality that I've tested myself, and they're designed to protect your hair. You best products, but if you're gonna go put a cotton scarf on or sleep on a cotton pillow right after, it's gonna strip your hair of whatever moisture. It's gonna counteract whatever you just did. And so I'm
That's
very
right.
into the education portion of the hair and skin care. I have some satin bonnets, do-rags, like I said, the edge tie. Sometimes we'll just tie a bandana right here to lay this area, and that's messing that up. And so edge ties, I have some for children. Well, the bonnets, I have some bonnets they call the mini bonnets for very
okay,
and things like that. So I'm also expanding into pillowcases and things like it'll just be like your go-to place for anything health related, conscious related that has to do with hair or skincare. I'm gonna come up with some edge brushes. You know, I know a lot of it's in. So I have a lot that is on the way, and I just really thank for this opportunity to be able to come on your platform and to speak on everything that we spoke on today, because I'm very passionate about it. I know that it's very much needed for people to know what we've been doing wrong and that there's a way to fix it. We could separate a lot of these things that we've been doing for all these years. Just because grandma and mama did it doesn't mean we have to do it. There's always a better way. Each generation should be elevating and educating the next.
Amen.
Like you just said, my baby should what, because he already here. You've been using mama born, and it's never steered you wrong, you know? So
that's right. Mama's already educated him, so he shouldn't. One last question I have to ask you, because I know sometimes brothers steer away from cosmetics. What do you have that'll help Black men with shaving bumps?
I would use the well, first of all, you want to clean that area properly. So my products are multi-use. It may say shampoo for your hair, but you still want to wash that area, you know. So you use the after using the shampoo, you want to make sure that area is moisturized. So I would use the daily moisturizing spray. It keeps that moisture in there, and then I will use the oil. A lot of people skip a step. They just do the oil. Oil is a sealant, so it seals in every state that the hair or skin is in. So if your skin is dry, you put on oil, it'll provide a little bit of moisture, but the main property in oil is not moisture. We've been taught to grease our or oil our scalp, but we forget to moisturize before we oil. And so that's why a lot of us aren't receiving the benefits that we think we should be. And so if you even whatever shampoo or whatever wash, I would definitely recommend moisturizing that area with the leave-in conditioner spray, and then sealing it with the oil, so that it'll prevent that area from drying out. It'll prevent that area, like I said, the hyperpigmentation and things like that, because I know a lot of darkness. And
then the serum will help them with that inflammation, right?
Right. So actually, that would be a better recommendation. Thank you for that. Would be to use the daily moisturizing spray, and then to use the serum to calm the area. That should definitely help with that. Like you said, remove the darkness that's already probably been built up and things like that.
Well, brothers, sisters like a brother with good skin. So get you some Shikey cosmetics and Shikey your skin as well. And thank you, sister, for joining us today. Is there anything you want to say before you go? And by the way, this is not my platform. This is your platform. This is an opportunity for us as Black Muslim business owners to come on here, share our product, share with the world a new way of doing business, and introduce much needed goods and services into our community. So any last parting words?
I just want us to be informed. I just want us to be informed. So, of course, I would love for everyone to buy my products, and please do. But even if you find something else, just do your research. Do your research. Protect yourself. Protect your family. And I guess that's a loaded question. I could say so much.
No, that I get what you're saying, that the education is just as important to you as selling the cosmetics. So even if you don't decide to go with Shikey, you can go with something else, but you can utilize Shikey and the whole body of knowledge that comes from Shikey to help educate you and help you protect your family and to protect yourself as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for articulating.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's okay. That's what we do. So listen, everybody, go to shikeycosmetics.com. I'm about to go out here, sis, and get me some stuff so I can Shikey my skin, and I'll help you with promotions. If there's anything that I can help you do, anything you want, if you'd like a free business coaching session from me, just shoot me an email at mindofanentrepreneurtoday@gmail.com, and my assistant Kudisa, who is on here, will reach out to you and we'll set up something.
Absolutely. That's amazing, because I actually was trying to find a way to contact you some months ago, but everything has its time and its place. So for for this interaction to happen is actually a reaffirmation that I'm heading in the direction to be able to even.
Yep. All praises due to Allah.
Yes, ma'am. But yeah,
well, any way that I can be of service to you, sis, I'm here. And Sister Kudisa is on here, and we will, either her or maybe Sister Rahima, you can reach out to either of them. I think they contacted you initially about the show for me, and let them know, and we'll get you set up with a free business coaching session.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And assalamu alaikum. Kiss that beautiful baby for me. And may Allah continue to bless you and your beautiful family.
Thank you. May Allah bless you as well. And thank you so much for, just putting us, giving, like you said, us a platform to be able to do
what
we have to offer as Muslims, Black Muslims in particular.
That's right. All praises due to Allah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Make sure you Shikey your skin. Go to shikeycosmetics.com. Stay close to the IG, because we got some amazing things coming up, and we'll be back at you, if not next week, the following week. But we're always introducing stuff. Tune in Saturday to the Sajdah Saturday Morning Coffee Talks, where we talk about life, love, and business. And we'll be coming back with you to do some little small videos and tell you what's happening. We got a lot of stuff happening, and y'all just got to stay close. So peace and blessings, sis. Love you. May Allah bless you.
You too. Assalamu alaikum.